Magandang hapon. Ako po si Trixie Cruz Angeles dito sa Luminous. By Trixie Cruz Angeles and Ahmed Paglinawan. Earlier today, may mga lumabas na balita tungkol sa isang insidente dito sa Dasmariñas Village involving a resident and supposedly a police officer. Hindi malinaw hindi malinaw dun sa ranko kasi nagbago yung ranks ng police officer, so hindi tayo sure right away kung ano yung ranko ng police officer dito or supposedly police officer. Apparently humingi ng tulong base dun sa mga nakukuha natin na information at supposedly sulat ng Dasmariñas Barangay Chief at supposedly internal report dun sa Philippine National Police tungkol sa insidente na ito. Ang reconstructed events apparently are like this. Humingi ng tulong ang Barangay Dasmariñas para i-enforce yung no face mask policy sa loob ng village. Habang nag-round supposedly yung isang police officer, policeman, meron na siyang datnan or kasalubong na kasambahay na nagdidilig sa labas ng bahay. Now, ganito po yung setup. Nakatayo po sa sidewalk yung kasambahay at nagdidilig siya kasi yung sidewalk cuts between a row of the garden on the one side, tapos parang extension ng garden, meron pang additional na easement beyond the sidewalk at yun po yung dinidilig ng kasambahay. Because of this, sinabihan siya ng police officer na bawal lumabas with a face mask, so pumasok po yung kasambahay and apparently nagsabi siya sa kanyang amo. Yung amo naman po lumabas at galit na galit. He came out shirtless and engaged in an argument with the police officer. So, nagkaroon ng issue yung tungkol dun sa pagpapublish ng mga reports dito because one of the Rappler allegedly nag-upload sila, putol po yung video, hindi po pinapakita yung antecedent events kung saan ang lumalabas is yung resident po ay nag-i-engage in aggressive and belligerent behavior against the police officer. Sa madaling sabi, nakikipag-away po at saka nakikipag-argue. And at one point later on, yung pinakita na po ay yung arrest. Nag-announce naman yung police na aarestuhin niya yung resident. So this is where it now becomes controversial. Maliwanag na pumapanig yung barangay chief doon sa paghuli ng residente. And what is the reason kung bakit this has been getting a lot of attention ay yung di umanong violent na pag-aresto dun sa residente. Ngayon, nagreklamo yung residente at sumulat po sa Rappler, I suppose among other people, kasi merong nakalagay na copy furnished siya dun sa ibang mga officials, I'm not sure who. Pero he made it known na siya ay inattempt arestuhin, pero hindi po tinuloy yung aresto. According to the barangay chair, akala nila tapos na yung insidente, nag-explain naman ng both sides. Pero yung resident ay nilabas nga ito at pinamedya sa Rappler, and ang lumalabas is that it was a violent incident at how do you call this? And of course, na parang lumalabas na police brutality, the term brutality was actually used. So, ano yung magagawa natin? In this case, okay, controversial siya and therefore, there is no doubt na baka magkakahantungan ito sa hukuman. In which case, the court will determine kung nararapat yung actions ng police officer. Gayunpaman, maliwanag may batas, may ordinansa ang Makati at ini-enforce ang ordinansa na ito na pagsusuot ng face mask. At may nararapat, may pinapatong na fine ang ganitong klaseng behavior, yung lumalabas na walang face mask. Dahil dito, yun yung naging punot dulo ng pagsasabi at saka eventually pag-aaresto. Now, in instances like this, kailangan kasi may lesson tayo dito. We just don't want to talk about this for the sole purpose of tuwan-tuwa tayo dun sa nangyari. Hindi po ganyan ang pakay natin dito. We want to talk about it so that the rest of us know what to do. Kapag po tayo ay nasisita, lalong-lalo na by a person and by a police officer, law enforcement agent, especially kung yung law enforcer na yon ay naka-uniform at naka-identify siya, nag-identify siya na pulis siya, nag-identify siya at sinasabi niya na merong kang nilalabag na batas. Kung maliwanag din na ipinapakita niya ay sinasabi niya sa iyo, ina-explain niya sa iyo kung anong batas po yun at kinukuha rin naman niya yung panig nyo, then he's doing it the right way. What are you supposed to do in that instance? You can, at the start, explain your position. Halimbawa, nasa checkpoint kayo, dumating ka sa checkpoint, at sinabi mo dun sa puliso, at sasabihin, pinigil ka, sinabi, nasa ng quarantine pass mo, nasa ng barangay clearance mo, meron ka bang ID? Pag sinabi mo, wala po, wala akong quarantine pass, wala akong barangay clearance, pero wala po kasing bibili ng pagkain para sa pamilya namin, yung na-issuean ng barangay pass or ng quarantine pass ay mismong may sakit. So, kailangan po namin bumili ng pagkain. In those instances, some of the police officers will actually exercise discretion at papayagan kayo. Pero wala silang obligasyon na gawin yon because law enforcers nga sila. In all likelihood, sasabihan kayo ng pulis, pumunta po kayo sa barangay, explain ninyo at kumuha kayo ng temporary pass or or papalitan ninyo yung pass na in-issue dun sa tao na may sakit. Okay? So, parang ang linaw, no? Maliwanag ng ganon. The problem comes now kapag nagkainitan ng ulo. O let's say yung police officer yung mainit ang ulo at sasabihan niya sa'yo, ay hindi, bumalik ka, umuwi ka yung ganon. At ikaw naman, gutom ka na at sasabihin mo, hindi pwede, kailangan na namin bumili ng pagkain. Okay, start to escalate into an argument. Ano ang obligasyon mo? Kahit nasa tama ka, obligasyon mo to de-escalate. Sasabihin ninyo, i-explain ninyo, ganito po kasi yun, gutom na po yung mga tao, and this is a matter of whatever. O kunwari, kailangan kong bumili ng, let's say, pagkain kasi 12 hours nang hindi kumakain mga tao sa bahay, 24 hours na kami, we cannot wait for the person who has the barangay pass to get better. So, i-explain nyo pa rin yung sitwasyon, but in cases where sinasabi talaga adamant yung police officer, then it is your obligation now to stand down kahit nasa tama kayo. Ang gagawin ninyo in that instance is to report na unreasonable yung police officer. Gagawan yun ng reklamo at isasusumite yun sa tamang autoridad. Magsusumbong ba kayo sa media? Well, choice nyo po yan. That is part of your freedom of expression. Gusto ninyong magsalita, gusto ninyong ipahayag yung pangyayari sa inyo. Pero hindi pa kailangan, but ultimately, everybody must act with fairness. Nire-require po yan ng ating civil code. So, pwede kayong magreklamo, pwede kayong magsumbong dun sa media, pwede ninyong sabihin sa media, ay, naaway ako nitong pulis na to. Pero ultimately, an impartial authority is going to determine whether that is true or not. Pero, yun po ang gagawin ninyo. Huwag nyo pong pilitin doon sa checkpoint. Bakit? Kasi merong tayong batas called disobedience to a person in authority. So kapag ganyan po ang ginawa ninyo, hindi po kayo sumunod at in fact, imbis na sumunod ay belligerent pa kayo, or you give them a reason to think na they have been put in danger, then masasaktan po kayo. Ganun po yung tama, and wag niyong iisipin na dehado ang citizen. Wag niyo sasabihin na ang yabang naman itong police officer. They are police officers precisely because they are capable of doing violence in order to enforce the law. Tandaan niyo po yan. They are exactly that. Law enforcers comes also from the root word force. Diba? They can use reasonable force. And sometimes, if they don't use reasonable force, in other words, unreasonable, let's say binalibag kayo, wala ka namang ginagawa, meron pa rin po lugar para isumbong yung mga ganyan. Okay? De-escalate and use the proper authorities para magreklamo. hindi po magandang doon nyo po i-explain at ipipilit yung inyong lugar. Wala ako sa camera. Sino sabing wala ako sa camera? Huwag ninyong sasabihin sa police officer na tama kayo o kaya huwag nyong idadahilan na sandali lang naman o ayan lang ang tindahan o malapit lang Huwag po kayong magdadahilan kasi what you essentially are asking the police officer to do is to allow you to break the law at kasama pa siya. Okay? Nandadamay pa kayo ng ibang tao na huwag sumunod sa batas. Okay? If I sound preachy, it's only because things can go very, very wrong as we have seen na nga in the other incidents. So dito sa Dasmariñas Village, maraming lumalabas na panig. Let's say, sige, isantabi na po natin yung hindi makatarungan na pagre-report ng Rappler. Yung aggressive and belligerent attitude dito sa yung aggressive and belligerent attitude dito ng residente dun sa isang tao na very clearly was wearing a uniform and explaining yung panig niya, wala na po sa lugar. Maaari sa umpisa na mag-explain yung residente, pero kung pasigaw ka na, belligerent ka na, maaaring mag-conclude yung police officer na hindi, kumbaga, yung police officer na meron na pong disobedience to lawful authority. Ano lang naman ang sinasabi ng pulis? Dapat naka-face mask si Madam Kasambahay. So, dahil nahuli, maaari niyang sitahin, mag-i-issue siya ng ticket at babayaran po ito. Ang fine naman ay 1,000 pesos. Na wag na natin i-discuss kung kayang-kayang bayaran yan ng isang residente ng Dasmariñas. In this case, he felt aggrieved. Akala niya, napakalaking paglalapastangan sa kanyang karapatan. Kasi para sa kanya, andun siya sa kanyang residente at nasa residente din yung kasambahay. Okay, pansinin niyo naman daw yung nagfo-photobomb. Ay, nawala yung photobomber ko. Okay, so dun sa incident na yon, it's possible na maaaring makapagdahilan pa yung residente kung hindi siya belligerent at the start. So makikita natin dun sa video na meron pa pong pasensya na iginugol yung police officer. Hindi ako gagawa ng conclusion regarding yung manner or means ng pagka-aresto, attempted arrest dun sa pag-take down sa kanya kasi balance for me both sides would have an argument. Halimbawa, sasabihin ni residente, hindi niya dapat ako binalibag or well, he fell down. Pero he would say excessive force yan. Pero ang sasabihin ng police officer, he was already in the act of committing a crime at yung crime na yon ay disobedience to lawful authority. Okay? So, personally, nakakalamang para sa akin yung police, but that's because also, kinoconsider natin yung sitwasyon. Panahon po ngayon ng pandemic, kailangan masugid at masinop yung pag-e-enforce ng ating batas para for not just for discipline, but it's also to prevent the spread of the disease. So may purpose naman po yung ordinansa ni na Mayor Binay sa Makati na magsuot ng face mask. It's to prevent the spread of the disease. So even those who are asymptomatic ay hindi makakahawa. 'Di ba? Kasi hindi natin alam 'yan. Gayunpaman, ang obligasyon natin as citizens na kahit nasa tama tayo, ulitin ko po yun kahit nasa tama tayo, it is up to us to de-escalate at magreklamo with the proper authorities later on. Okay? Pinag-uusapan niyo pa yung aking video bomber kanina. So, yun, tatandaan po natin. So, ulitin natin yung insidente dito sa Dasmariñas involved a resident who believed that yung kasambahay niya nasa residente, yung police officer believed that she was on the sidewalk and therefore already considered out in public without a face mask. So, yun po yung nagiging punot dulo ng kontrobersya dito. Who is right? Well, the court will say that later on. Ako, para sa akin, nananaig yung panig ng ating police officer. At doon makikita din doon sa videos na nag-explain naman siya, sinasabi niya kung ano yung batas at sinasabi niya na out in public itong mga ito. Yung actions po ng residente could have been better managed if he had been less belligerent, kung sana hindi siya galit, kung sana hindi mo na niya inargue, kasi meron namang ibang lugar para ireklamo si police officer. Pwede rin naman po niyang i-contest yung fine na ipinapataw sa kanya o sa kanyang kasambahay. So, ilalagay natin sa lugar yung ating pagrereklamo. Sunod muna tayo sa batas dahil kung hindi man makatarungan yung pag-uutos ng ating police officer, maaari naman po natin siyang ireklamo. So, we have to abide by the law para malagay tayo sa tama. Hindi natin mairereklamo yung tao na yon kung pati tayo ay may maipapataw na krimen. Di ba? So, in this case, nung inaaway na ni Mr. Resident, yung ating police officer, he was now committing the crime of disobedience to a lawful authority. So, yan po yung dapat ginaano natin. Hindi ko gusto kasing i-sensationalize yung issue at maglagay na itong mali ito o ito yung itong si Rappler mali din ito. Yes, na-discuss na natin yan and yes, maliwanag kung saan tayo pumapanig or saan tingin ko mas nananaig yung yung panig halimbawa ng pulis. There's also this additional thing na the presumption is that yung ating government officials or government agents are considered to be acting with regularity. So pag tayo ay nagpapatunay na mali ang isang opisyal o mali yung isang, especially in this case, a police officer is incorrect, meron tayong kailangan matibay na ebidensya para ma-defeat yung presumption of regularity na ini-exercise, na binibigay ng hukuman sa ating mga pulis. So tandaan po natin yan ha, may presumption of regularity sila unless you have enough evidence to show na hindi na siya in the regular course of his duties. Okay? Ibig sabihin, pwede niyong sabihin na excessive yung kanyang pagsisita doon kay Madam Kasambahay kasi nandun naman siya sa residence. Hindi po, sasabihin ni ng ating law enforcer, hindi po, nasa sidewalk po siya, in which case, that is considered being out in the public. Okay, so yan yung mga dalawang views ha. And you have to be, we also have to act with fairness. Pati tayong mga nanonood, act with fairness. So, binabasa natin as much information as can be available. Ako kasi, I really don't like na mumurahin natin yung mali dito. Kasi, diba, it doesn't do any good except siguro lumabas yung sama ng loob natin. But we can do that some other way. Ang punto dito is that we have to learn from this incident. Everybody has to learn from this incident. Kasi tinatanong ni Ariel Romero, was he drunk? Well, kung siya ay lasing, that might be considered aggravating kung siya ay umiinom sa labas. But yung drunkenness kasi sa batas can be either aggravating or mitigating. Aggravating siya kapag sinasadya niyang uminom before he commits a crime para lumakas ang loob niya. Pero kung lasing siya at the time he committed the crime and that was not intentional para lumakas ang loob niya, then it will be considered mitigating. So it might be mitigating on the part of Mr. Dasmariñas resident. Okay? So, we have to be fair. Let's be fair to everybody. Ako, I would like to be extra fair dun sa ating mga law enforcers. Kasi, na sila ano ba tawag dito? Buwis-buhay sila every day. And it's not like as if hindi sila frontliner. Sila nga yung lumalabas So, I'd like to give them extra consideration kasi one, hindi naman madali yung ginagawa nila. And two, humaharap po sila sa publiko, humaharap sila and they put themselves in harm's way. Hindi nga bala yung hinaharap nila, pero sakit. So, I'd like to give them extra consideration kasi we rely on them to be out there. Tayo, nasa bahay tayo, safe from the disease. Sila, they have to be out there para magpulis ng mga pasaway. So, yun din dapat tayong lahat. We have to give extra consideration sa ating mga law enforcers. However, kung meron silang mali na ginagawa, kung lumalabag sila sa batas, kung bastos sila, you get your evidence at i-file sa tamang lugar. maaari naman tayong magreklamo dun sa proper authorities, pero it would be better kung magreklamo tayo with the proper authorities, tapos saka nyo ipamedya. Okay? Hindi yung sa media lang kayo magsusumbong, hindi pala kayo magsusumbong with the authorities. Ano yung pakay ninyo yan? Mampapahiya lang kayo. So, I understand nagalit si Mr. Resident at naghahanap siya ng kakampi, but it's very dangerous to do that because later on, tatanungin ng judge, bakit ngayon ka lang nag-file, inuna mo pang magsumbong sa media kaysa dito humarap sa hukuman. Ano ba ang iniiwasan mo? So, you will now have to explain that. Hindi ako sure kung foreigner si Mr. Resident. Kasi according to dun sa ibang mga kaibigan natin na nakatira dun sa lugar nila, Pilipino naman daw. Or he says that he's a Filipino. Merong ibang nagsasabi na foreigner daw siya at supposedly a Spanish national, pero wala po tayong katibayan either way. So for the moment, ipapresume ko na Filipino citizen siya. But even if he was a foreigner, you're still subject to the laws of the Philippines. Especially yung mga criminal laws. Pag criminal laws po kasi, territorial ang jurisdiction. So kahit foreigner ka, pumunta ka dito sa Pilipinas, kailangan mo pa rin sumunod sa mga batas ng Pilipinas. Okay? Sabi ni Ma'am Lisa Malagamba, yung iba kasi, china-challenge nila yung mga nasa authorities kasi kaya ganon. Oo, but I don't advise that. Okay? Ulitin ko po, huwag po natin gagawin yan and I don't advise that. Kailangan magalang tayo sa pulis. Para wala rin tayong contributory doon sa gulo. Kailangan, magre-reklamo tayo, di ba? So, you have to be in the right. And in order for you to be in the right, don't commit a crime. Pero kung commit ka na ng crime, in this case, disobedience to the lawful authorities, ano yung credibility mo ngayon humarap sa judge at magsabing mali siya? Kung mali ka rin. Diba? So, that will also be taken into consideration. So, kailangan, ang purpose naman kasi ng pagpupulis ng ating magigiting na law enforcers is for public order. Kasi nga naman, kung wala sila, may quarantine pass man o wala, lalabas ang mga tao, walang deterrence, walang dahilan para matakot sila or magstay sila sa bahay at kakalatin disease, dadami yung may sakit, dadami yung mamamatay, ma-overwhelm yung mga hospitals natin, maglalabas ng pera ang gobyerno, it's all going to be a mess. So for purposes of public order at para mag-work ang ECQ na ito, ini-enforce natin ang mga patakaran. Okay. Doon sa mga nagsasabi na walang batas para ma-enforce yung wearing of face masks, meron po tayong Republic Act 11332 at yung direktiba ng ating DOH, pwede pong maparusahan kung hindi kayo mag-cooperate at nasa Section 9 po yan ng Republic Act 11332. Okay? So, huwag nyo naman sasabihin na walang nilalabag na batas. In the case of Makati, meron din ordinansa. So, maaari nang mamili and kung ako yung mga pulis, violation ng Makati City Ordinance. Ang ipapataw nila kay Madam Kasambahay at ang ipapataw kay Mr. Resident ay disobedience to the lawful authorities. Ngayon, si Mr. Resident, I'm sure pwede siyang mag-file or mag-a-attempt siya mag-file ng either criminal case for physical injuries, but in his case, it will only be slight physical injuries or ano ba to? Malfeasance or ano ba to? Pwede siyang mag-file ng administrative case laban dito sa ating law enforcer for ano ba? Well, among other things. Well, merong kalimutan ko yung charge, but the administrative case, he can ask for the dismissal of the police officer for going beyond his duty and of course, yung kanyang supposedly aggressive behavior in taking him down. But I would like to remind everybody, if you're going to complain about violence in the course of a lawful arrest, malulugi po kayo. Matatalo po kayo because an arrest really comes with force. That's why we call them law enforcers. Okay? To enforce means that you are allowed to use reasonable force in order to compel obedience to the law. Okay? Tatandaan po natin yan. If there's anything that we should remember from this incident is that the law enforcers are entitled to use reasonable force. But in order for you to have a good case, then you get your evidence and file with the appropriate authorities. Wag po yung i-challenge yung police kasi you might yourself be in the act of committing a crime. Maraming salamat dun sa mga nag-like and share. Kung hindi pa kayo nagla-like and share, please do so. And don't forget to follow and see first dito sa Luminous by Trixie Cruz Angeles and Ahmed Paglinawan. And oh, by the way, if you're going to file a complaint, file it immediately. Kasi pag nagtatagal, syempre, you're going to have to explain why the delay. Okay? And also, mag-iingat rin tayo. Please, kung pwede, galangin po natin ang ating mga law enforcers if only for the fact na considered silang frontliner, if only for the fact that they are the ones who are putting themselves at risk of getting the disease in order to preserve public order. Maraming salamat at see you tomorrow on Tambayan and Karambola.